So, Robyn, I have a question.
Yes.
How can you take care of me if you can't take care of yourself?
Ooh, yeah. No, for real. Because I don't want you. If you can't take care of me, not to say that I need you to take care of me, but like if something were to come up and I need you and you can't do it for yourself, that's a red flag.
Yeah, so
Ooh, that's real.
that's real. And
Food for thought.
that thought and those words are what's keeping me from the guest room. I'm just saying. So on that note, are you ready?
I'm beyond ready.
Welcome to Disaster Dating 101. I'm Natasha Renee.
And I'm Robyn Breon.
Come join this disastrous journey where we talk about our dating horror stories,
Real issues,
and how we can work through these issues to create a healthy space and becoming a better you for you. And today's episode is Something New. Out with the old.
In with the new.
It's a little chilly in here.
It's ice cold, baby.
So, I came up with this episode based off of a movie, actually. Not what's new in my life.
Oh.
And I actually wanted to have this last season. So this has nothing to do with what's new, but there are new things in my life. But
Awesome things
the
in your
movie Something New
Oh, yes.
was Sanaa Lathan.
Yes.
And the white guy.
Yes.
And how... So, for everyone who has not seen this movie, it's Sanaa Lathan. What's the other guy?
Don't give me the line.
Blair Underwood is the one that her parents want her
To be with.
Frida, what's her name?
Wolf. Ooh,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's a lot of black people that you
And I
know.
don't do movies, but I know this movie. But
Donald.
Sutherland. I don't know.
Yeah. All these people that you know.
That's
No,
the white actor.
that's the one. And I was gonna say Glover.
Tells you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who played in Clueless.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know his name.
Yeah. So Sanaa Lathan, because I don't even know the white guy name. Has he been in any? The point I was making was, it's about a movie where is she a lawyer?
Yeah,
Or
I think a lawyer.
she's a professional woman.
Yeah.
A black professional woman living in California.
Mm-hmm.
It's by black, support black. All we do is black in her life.
Exactly.
And her family is of the elite, like the whole Jack and Jill thing,
our
where
kind of people.
Yeah, where we have to be within each, this group, the social group, and that she has to be with someone within the social group.
Right.
So she has this beautiful house, and her yard is trash.
Hideous.
Like, her yard is trash.
Literally.
So she finds a landscaper, and like as soon as the guy comes over, his dog Max, that was the dog's name. I remember the dog's name. Don't remember your name. But the dog like runs in her house, and this is not something for her. She's not used to it. And they get in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. They do.
And I remember like one part when she took her weave out and she went natural.
In my hair. Like, yes.
But I say this because the white guy wasn't someone that she would date. Mm-hmm. He had a dog. She didn't like pets, but she started to love the dog. Mm-hmm. She started to love him. She started to get into the things that he was into. Mm-hmm. And not just her, even her friends. Mm-hmm. Like, one of her friends was a judge, and she started dating Mike Epps.
Yeah.
That was,
we know.
remember that one?
Hey, Mike.
And he was a caterer.
Yep.
And she started dating him. So you have these women, elite, professional women that, you would expect the best of the best. And they're dating these average, because they're not lower. It's just average man. And how we look at dating and how we look at what we want and the things that we want, and how if we don't open up and allow ourselves to get something new, we deal with the same old thing.
Recycled trash.
Same old recycled trash, as Robyn said that. Like, But you don't recycle trash. You put the trash in the trash.
See, that
you take your time with the recycles, you guys. You separate them. You make sure your recycles are clean. Please recycle and look at your recycle schedule.
All of that.
So, with that being said, for me now, the place that I'm in, I did something that I wouldn't do.
You tell.
I don't think I want to get into.
Okay.
Yes.
That was being
So let's just say this. So for you guys who listen to the podcast, on season 2, episode 1, Robyn, Antoine, and JJ revealed that they all did something that Tasha did not do.
Yes. Are we reliving that episode?
No, we're not. Okay, but remember the conversation.
I'll never forget.
No,
the conversation or the act.
Oh no, we're not. Yeah. If you guys want it, I'm telling you,
just go
that episode. That is a good episode. That was like a 2-hour episode.
That was.
But they all revealed that they did something that I, Natasha Renee,
would never.
Didn't expect. Well, technically, I still didn't do it.
What?
I didn't.
You didn't do it, but that situation with that person was just a whole different. He was just different.
Yeah, but no, I'm not talking about that. Think about the episode. See, I'm trying not to tell you. What did you all do? No, remember you said you did it.
Yeah, somebody. And I did it recently.
No, not that.
Oh,
Norfolk State. Somebody who went to school.
Yes, that. Yes, that. I thought it was the other one.
No.
That. No, I will let somebody do that again.
No. What? Oh my OMG. We gotta
have to be over here charades.
Okay.
You said, and that's you.
It's not day.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Even though it is day, it was always night. So that.
Whew.
So remember, you know, I said before. So technically, it didn't happen.
Yes, it didn't happen.
But it was about to happen.
It was about to go down.
It was about to go down.
Yeah.
So, sorry, you guys.
I know, because I had to bring, because I was clearly 2 different pages.
We had a moment.
I had the moment.
So, you guys, if you listen to the episode,
you'll know.
Even though it took Robyn to realize what we were talking about.
It was a 2-hour episode, so we spent a lot of
Yeah, we really did. Because she was like, oh, not this.
Yeah, but okay.
So, Robyn, Antoine, JJ all revealed that they all did something that I didn't do.
Yeah.
So, I thought I was about to do something. No, I really did. I thought I was on the urge of doing something that they all did, and I was like, yeah, I'm for this, something new. But then, when you vibe with somebody and you talk to them, and it's like, oh, I really like this. I really like the person that you are. Like, I really like vibing with you. I like chilling with you. Like, this, I like this.
Yeah.
This is new. This is not what I'm used to. You are not the typical person that I would date, because typically the people I date.
Yeah, who are typically the people you date?
I get my way.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I know.
I really do.
And that's my problem. I don't get my way. And I need to start being more like you. Yeah, I do not. I feel like I do not get my way. I allow them to have their way. I put them first. Like, I feel like I truly am a male pleaser on that aspect, because I've known about myself where it's just like what I say doesn't go. It's kind of like I've been yesing the situations.
But I usually yes. But I usually get...
You have a balance.
If I have a wine or two, and not drinking wine, meaning that if I wine, I get my way.
Yeah, because she will.
Yeah. So... on that aspect of this is different, because it's kind of like, no, this is what it is. We already talked about it. This is what we doing. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
This is what we doing.
Something new for you.
Something new. So then we go back to, like you said, and like what we're used to. Those toxic relationships, and why do we think they're normal?
This is a great topic. How much time we have?
Look, we got some time.
I will say
we
this
can pull
for
it
me.
into the next one if we have.
No, because that's real. Like, you know, like I've dated a certain type of like guys. Like I feel like for the guys that I have dated, they've all been a certain type where I feel like they have these sad stories. They had trauma.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm coming in here like, oh, psychotherapist Robyn is saving you, but I'm a carer and a nurturer by trait, you know, even before my profession. Like I don't put my profession into it. I always feel like I can save people. Like I take on projects. That's kind of how I look at it now. Like I've taken on these projects and trying to build them up. And it really gets frustrating for me because I'm like, they've got to change. You know, I can't want it more for you.
Can't.
I can't, you know, and that's why I get frustrated and drained. Several people as of recent, even my uncle, were like, I need to start dating Carltons.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know if y'all watch Bel Air, but I don't need that new type of Carlton.
No,
I don't
not the
need
new
the cocaine.
one. No.
But because there's a certain type of guy that it's not that I go out and find these guys that have like all of this. I feel like at some point in our lives, we've all experienced some type of trauma. And when I say trauma, it doesn't always mean like so much abuse. Like anything could be traumatic, whether it's some type of grief, loss, whatever you define trauma to be for you. And it's the average guy. I'll just say that. I am dating the average guy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people feel that because of my profession and where I am at, that I need to date somebody of my caliber.
Gotcha.
And they're like, I need to be dating somebody that's a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant. But for me, it's like who I do like. But then I'm looking at the average Joe that I'm dating, and I'm like, well, this isn't going right.
But, I mean, being in the DMV area.
Girl.
Shout out to the DMV.
She shouts y'all out. Even though I'm a resident.
Waiting for them day parties.
You know, I'm in New York. We need to make a move to Brooklyn. That's what my heart's at.
Oh.
Brooklyn, what's up?
Where Brooklyn
Canarsie,
at?
where you at?
No,
Flatbush, where you
we not doing
Crown
Brooklyn
Heights.
right. Hold on. We not, ma'am. We not doing Brooklyn.
DMV.
Ma'am.
Go ahead to your DMV. Hello, DMV, because that is my... I got some exciting news to share. Maybe I'll share it on this podcast, my exciting news, because only a couple of people know. But go ahead.
What?
Oh, the move.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, when I had to Google and look at things. Yeah. I mean, they heard it because that wasn't a whisper.
They heard the move, but they don't know where the move is to. So.
Yeah, shout out to Robyn.
Shout out to me doing big things in my single life.
Yes. That A1 credit.
That A1 credit.
Buy a house, buy another house.
Well, she said it, so yeah.
Another house.
So yeah, y'all, I'm buying another house in Maryland. Me, myself, and I.
Shout out to the M in DMV.
Oh, God.
But those day parties. But I brought up the DMV because when we go to those day parties, those are the accountants, those are the lawyers. I mean, but they're the same. That's why I brought it up, because they are the same.
They are the same. That's why I try to tell my uncle when he's like, get somebody like your father too, and then he'd be like, I don't think it's this one. I know we're going to have an episode 2, I think, about types or preferences or something like that. But
it's this one.
It is this
having
one?
a type.
Okay, so
we'll bring that in there too.
So yeah. So my uncle always used to say, like, get a fat short man. He's going to treat you right. My uncle, mind you, is like 6'5", like a nice chocolate. Like, he is like the it frat guy.
So HBC you want my
type and I'd be like, Uncle Tyrone. Shout out to my uncle. I hope he would love this podcast. But I dated that, and I was about to say they the worst too. They were the Uncle Tyrone. They were the worst.
Let me see how much time we got real quick, so we got a couple of minutes. I can go.
And then so I'm just like, yeah, that doesn't matter. And I'll say I've dated tall, I've dated short, I've dated, if we go into color, colorists, I've dated light skin, I've dated dark, I've dated white, I've dated purple. Like, it doesn't matter.
The
character is what matters. Your character.
Everyone is, disclaimer, everyone is beautiful in their own skin.
Literally.
But people that are not so beautiful to me, and maybe a couple more other people other than me, maybe about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 other people will agree that you are not beautiful. They're the worst ones.
The worst. the worst. And me, I don't.
And they be having the boobs on the side and everything. I'm like, how you gonna cheat and you ugly?
That part. That part. Like, sir.
I'm not, again, I didn't mean to say that out loud, but
yes, she did.
I did.
But that goes into type, right? Like, I don't have a type. I have a friend, and I'm not going to bring her up because if they're listening, they know who they are. Actually, I have two friends. They have a type. It's tall and light skin, and I'm not knocking there because that's their preference. That's who you like, and they've dated. And I will say this, they have dated, others as well too. But for me, I don't have a preference. People are telling me I need to get a preference or a type.
You don't. No, you don't.
And I'm like, exactly. I think for me, I like who I vibe with is who I vibe with.
I was about to say it's about the vibe.
My son's father,
the vibe.
He's so funny. Like when we got together, he is funny. Now, if I was to go like out, like not somebody I would date, like that, and he knows this, but it was the personality that lured me to it, and I feel like once I got that connection with you, and if you can talk, because I love to talk, like, and if we can talk about anything, like that gets me right there. And then to me, you're gonna start being attractive to me.
So if you look at the people I've dated, everyone is different.
Cause y'all, this ex that when I first met her, when I finally saw what he was, and just knowing you, I just never would have put y'all two together. I wouldn't have put him together with anybody. I was shocked. I'm still shocked.
But we had fun together.
And that's what I'm saying. That's how it is.
We enjoy, like, I wasn't a partier, but when we went out, we had fun together.
Yeah.
But this one now, that's a fine man.
Oh, that is a fine man.
I'm sorry, did I say that?
Cold.
On that part, we're going to end. Is this still part one?
Is it 1906? Yes. Is that the year?
Girl, I'm about, like, I will straight edit, like, beep, on to ending part one of Something New, on to part two.
Something new.
Soon. Because I can't even think right now.
I know.
I'm like, all right, we're done with part one.
Did y'all miss us?
I didn't start part two yet. Shit. All right, and we are ending part one of Something New. And we are back.
Did y'all miss us?
Thank you. With part two of Something New. Please ignore everything that Robyn is saying. I don't want
everything.
I don't want no smoke, and I don't want to be in nobody's guest room.
Well, that's good. What the shout out I'm giving is good. I thought she meant from the the other one.
Look, you about to make me curse now.
I know. Yeah.
That how many years ago? Like over a year ago?
From the blue and white.
Girl, would you stop? Oh my God. Hold on. We got moment of silence.
It is
for Robyn. Robyn, have you been drinking?
I wish I was. Gosh. Can we get some sponsorship? Bottles right here.
Did you take in anything while we were sitting on that train?
I know. Who knows? We're up north now. Anything's possible. I don't think it got past the N95.
I'm gonna see what I'm gonna work on that. Like super producer Wolf over there, I'm gonna need you to bleep Robyn's color coordination, and then we got on blue. So we was talking about our blue that we have.
Team? See, I'm not even gonna say colors. We're
not. Oh my gosh!
This is what makes us so exciting. Why did you
have this conversation before we left?
This makes us so excited.
I blame you because you talked to her. If you didn't talk to her,
I know we honestly we wouldn't have. Anyways, something new.
Something new. We talked about our types. Oh, let me reset. See,
I got you all.
So if you guys see, y'all know I usually have the headphones on and everything. I'm still trying to control everything. Even though I have a producer, I'm still trying to control everything over here. But yes, we talked about types. Mm-hmm. And if we have a type, trying something new, opening the doors to do new relationships, new people, new things, beautiful beginnings, vibing, things like that.
Mm-hmm. I think the door is closed for me. I don't know if I want something.
No, I think, but it'll happen in its time.
No, I agree with you on that.
Because I will say, like, I was not expecting to talk to anybody I was just literally chilling.
Yeah.
I was minding my own business.
But that's when they say it happens.
It really does. I really was minding my own business.
Yeah.
I didn't want
You had a lot going on because you're like, transition.
I was in transition, even though I was in a space to date.
Yeah.
I was in a space to date, and no, I had been single for a while. So it wasn't like with me and my ex. I said 2017, and last year was 2021. So it wasn't like
like yesterday I just met you.
Yeah, so it wasn't like I hopped out of one relationship and went into another.
Yeah.
Even with the situationship or whatever, that had ended like the year prior to. Like that ended in 2020. Mm-hmm. Like it really did end in 2020. You know, so it wasn't like I'm hopping from one relationship to another.
Which is good.
No, you know, yeah, we had conversations, we were talking, but it wasn't talking to get back together. It was talking because you didn't want to stop talking to me after I told you several times that I didn't want to be with you, but you oh, sorry. Anyways, back to
I'm innocent on this one. Yeah. Bleep that one out.
Right? Because I was about to put all my business
I was over here, was playing with my earring. Back to the script.
But yeah, you know, so me being in transition, meaning that like COVID hit, and COVID hit everybody. You know, it was as far as work and home. So that's what I mean by transition, because even after my ex and being in that transition, I was still, you know, I had a plan.
Yeah, you
I had a whole plan. And me, I always try to put plans together. And I had a plan. But because of COVID and other people's situations, they brought their situations into my life. And it wasn't even that I can avoid it. So we even go with the like, oh, you couldn't. No. This was literally something that I had not. And Tosh predicted this too. Just
I need to
she did.
talk to her.
Like, I literally got put in some stuff that I didn't even know I was getting put in. You know, and because of the situation, that put me in transition. So we'll say that.
And I want to piggyback off of something you said too, and just like COVID. COVID was something new just for dating, you know, and for people to just connect. A lot of people join online dating just to have that sense of connection.
Yes.
You know, because it was social isolation going on, you know, people experiencing social anxiety. So to get behind, you know, your phone and just to communicate, and you get to know people that way because you weren't able to go out.
Were you online dating?
I was. Remember, you put me off to black. Be okay.
How did that work?
Clearly not, because I'm not doing online date ever again in life, y'all. No, it's a great app, I think. It's just you've got to...
Shout out to... Is it still around?
I think so. I think my profile's still up there, but I haven't.
Shout out to Black. And I mentioned that all through...
Because that's how I found it. Remember I joined when you mentioned it on season 1. That's when I joined. So last time I was on it was almost a year ago. I'm just over online dating, because not to say that it's different... if you're meeting somebody, if I'm at Wegmans grocery shopping or something like that and meeting somebody. I mean, because they can still be full of sugar, honey, iced tea, you know? But I just feel like it's just a difference as opposed to me swiping left, swiping right, texting you, stuff like that. Like, I'd rather just be out and already just have met you, because I've already seen you off the initial. If I'm already vibing with you, go. I mean, you can still be who you ever, the wrong person for me, but and you can still be full of games, but I just think the online stuff it's just too much. People are just not them true selves.
So I have a confession.
Oh gosh. Confess.
So from I'm trying to put the year. From 2006 up until 2015, that's all I did.
Was online dating?
Online dating.
Oh yeah, I'm not knocking on.
No, I didn't know, meaning that's the only way I dated.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to meet, except for the guy that grandma met at the grocery store.
See? But
it hooked me up.
I'm not knocking that, because I will say that has been my point of a lot of my stories come from meeting people online dating, but I see that it's not. I believe it's successful and it works for people. It's just not working for me. I think I get tied into the same type of people for me, which is the average guy. And I fall because I'm like, oh, okay. They're at I don't want to say class because that doesn't sound right. Sounds like I'm being like too arrogant, but they're a different caliber type men.
Yeah.
So we'll match, and I'm just thinking like, okay. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I've got a chance. This is like easy.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to like, and I'm not saying that the doctors or lawyers or stuff not easy, but that's not really who I'm seeing on these apps. I'm literally seeing the average 9 to 5 men, and nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong at all. And let's go back to season 1 and give super producer Wolf a quick laugh real quick. So when we talk about grandma, so you got to get into what we talk about grandma meeting the guy at the grocery store. Mm-hmm. So there's a story behind this. Mm-hmm. I dated a guy that my kid's grandmother, not my mother, my kid, so my baby daddy's mom, she was in Pathmark. Oh, no, she was in ShopRite. She was in ShopRite years ago, and a guy was in front of her, and she said, "Ooh, you know, you're a nice-looking guy." She said, "I have someone for you, and I think that you should get to know her." And he's like, "Who?" She said, "My kid's mother, my grandkid's mother." And he was like, "Your daughter?" She's like, "No, my grandkid's mother." So he's like, "Your son's baby mom?" She's like, "Yes." And so she takes his phone number and she gives me his phone number and says, "Here, I met this guy at the grocery store. He let me cut. And I had a Pepsi. Wow. Here's his number. Call him. He looks like a great guy. He has a good job." Like, she had a whole conversation with him.
It doesn't happen every day.
No.
No, it doesn't. No. It sure doesn't.
It does.
Shout out to grandma.
Shout out to grandma. So yes, that's so when we mention grandma in the grocery store, that's what it is. She took the initiative to hook me up with somebody.
She did. And I liked it too because she had the best interest of you.
He had a good job. Mm-hmm. He worked for New Jersey Transit at the time.
Oh, shout out!
Yeah, he was a bus driver at the time. It was a 9-year age difference.
Okay.
So I was like 28. He was 30-something. Mm-hmm. He had his own house, single dad, meaning that he took care of both, like, his younger kids.
Oh, wow.
Like, he was responsible for both his younger kids. He had 2 older twin, a boy and a girl. So, no, he really was a good guy.
That's awesome.
I just wasn't light enough. That was it.
That was the one.
That was it. I wasn't.
You're darker, enough. And you're not even dark.
Yeah. I had to be a little bit more lighter for him.
That's crazy that he said that.
You know.
Yeah, he did.
That's crazy.
But I still dated him. That was the bad part.
Because it was probably all that good stuff, like you saw, like, okay, trying to overcome.
Oh, we had. Hold on, I will say this. The guy who lived, because he only lived 1 block from, he just so happened to live 1 block from me, like not New York block, literally like around the corner, like literally around the corner. Like I could sneak over his house.
That's not fun.
But it was like, at that time the kids were younger, you know. He would sneak in the house, like literally sneak in my apartment when the kids would go to sleep. We would vibe on some old school 90s R&B.
That's the kind of fun I'm looking for.
Yeah, like we would like literally vibe and listen to music all night long and just talk and just vibe it out. And even though that happened in the beginning, we kind of talked about it, you know, but yeah, we had a good connection, but the reason it didn't work is because grandma told him I was single. She told him I was single. And because of our age difference, in his eyes, he saw single as not talking to anybody. Where my eyes, I was single, but I was single and dating. So because I was dating someone, that's where he felt that I wasn't interested and I wasn't trying to pursue him.
Okay.
So he had that in the back of his head the whole time. Because we dated for months, and every time I would say something, he was like, "You're not serious." And I'm like, "Yes, I am." And he's like, "No, you're not." And he was like, "You was talking to somebody before." And I'm like, "Okay, I can't control what she told you in the grocery store, you know, because you met her before you met me."
You still talking to that other guy, though?
No, I was literally I randomly was dating someone that I would see, and it wasn't even serious. I would see this guy like every once in a while. He was actually serious with somebody else.
So once the new guy popped up, you was on him.
Yeah, because when our first initial conversation, he asked me, was I dating? And mind you, I never seen him. So I'm not going to say I'm single
Right.
and I see you and you butt
Right.
shot looking. I said,
Right.
I am single, but I am talking to somebody also.
Okay.
And I told him that.
Okay.
So that's how he took it. And but there was a situation where I did have the off and on relationship and the guy did pop up. But because he wasn't taking me seriously, that's when I was like, okay, well, I'm going to pursue this because you're not even taking me seriously. And I told him that. I'm like, this, and I've always been open with him about what things were. And I said, like, hey, someone I used to talk to did just so happen to visit. We went out. And then he took it as, again, me not wanting to be with him.
I kind of see how he got that, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I like having another.
I see how he got that, for sure. I definitely do. Because initially when you told him, I just want to be honest with you, I am talking to somebody else, there's no way for him to understand the state of what that talking relationship is.
Okay.
The minute I heard that, it sounds like you have another significant person in your
And that's how he took it.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
If a girl told me that, I'd be like, oh, there's another guy who might not be husband or boyfriend.
Got it.
He's of significance, you know? And the minute he wasn't of significance to you any longer, you should have told that man. And then he'd have been like, oh, that nigga's not even in the... He's not
I got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
And that makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah.
That's why I like having the opposite.
See, keep... won't even say more. So I think it's almost, is it wrap up? Yeah,
It is.
It is wrap up. So that was a great conversation.
That was.
And that's the one thing I like. We have these focus points, but we don't always stick to the focus points. Robyn has
stick to
been
it next episode.
please.
So she doesn't strangle me.
Robyn, stick to the script. Robyn, we have a script. I need you to stick to the script.
That's the problem.
But we have a new thing, the dating one-on-one cards. So we can briefly try to pull into those. So we'll each grab a card. And what it is it's the dating one-on-one game. Please follow them. We will provide, on each episode, we will provide the information on the notes on where you can find them. And what it is Robyn and I will pull one card each episode, ask a question. Either we'll both answer it or one of us will answer each question. So who went first last time?
You did.
You know it's going to be off because we kind of mixed up some episodes. So
you can go.
I can go?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Oh, gosh.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
You recently followed your mate on social media and noticed provocative photos. What would you do? For a guy, that's different. I really hold on.
Hold on.
Now, hold on. I just thought about it. I just thought about it because if you all naked and grabbing it,
that's what I'm like.
I just thought about it. I would probably consider him a man whore the first time I see them because for me, I'm very modest, you guys. I'm very modest.
I can't shit because I'm modest too. So I'm like,
you're not going to get no booty or anything. I ain't going to be shaking my butt nowhere. You ain't going to get the cheeks or you may get the cleavage, but you know.
the clit. I was like,
no, not the clit. Not the cleavage. But I would think that he was a man whore.
So so is it broad? What's the question? Provocative, not his, just provocative period.
Notice, yeah.
So it's not his, it can be anybody. It can either be his or it could be like females on there too.
I mean, I would say, so even if it's females, I don't know, because dudes be following chicks just to be looking at the pics.
Okay.
So I can't even get mad at that.
Yeah.
So if, I'm not like, hey, people do what they do.
You better go to OnlyFans.
As long as you're not in somebody's DM trying to get their attention, but no, if it's of him.
Yeah, of him.
He's a man whore.
Yeah, he need to go to OnlyFans. At least get paid for it if you're going to put them pictures up. I don't even
yeah. But if it's just chest,
that's gonna
then
turn
no.
me off.
But yeah, if you grabbing and doing all that,
because you're a man whore, and I'm gonna think you're a narcissist. I'm gonna think you're a lot of things, but I don't want to go that way. Ooh, this question: your mate gifts you with jewelry, but you find out it's fake. Would you address it? I know me, my mouth. I'm gonna address it. Depending on what the jewelry is.
I was about to say if it's costume.
If it's costume, no, I'm not doing that because I love costume jewelry too. But if it's like something of importance, like if I'm going to go get it, like, I'd have to get it appraised. That would be one thing, or take it to a jeweler or something like that. Like, no, I'm just saying, in the way for me to find out it's fake. Hopefully, if I'm looking at it,
I mean, hopefully it don't fade.
it doesn't exactly. So if I'm seeing some green on me,
and it's fading,
then it's fading. Then I'm gonna be like, babe,
went to brown to.
So I am gonna address it, but that's the only reason I'm gonna address it.
Yeah,
if
I would
fading or some green on me.
Yeah, I would address it if it started fading.
Yeah,
like I would wear it proudly until we had issues with it.
Literally, or something like, I can't even say if something falls out, because sometimes stones and stuff fall out.
Yeah. So make sure you buy the real thing,
guys. There's payment plans nowadays. Now there's Afterpay, there is Quad Pay, there's Klarna, whatever it's called. So
pay for the jewelry,
pay for this, put it on layaway,
weekly,
payment plan, something. Come to New York where there's the whole
people jewelry outside right now. I mean, even though those bags is fake, but somewhere somebody got some real gold on the side in their pocket trying to sell you
that we done seen on the shade room when all them kids was banging them glass and getting them in.
Right?
You ain't hear that from us.
All right. Call me today. This is grandma. Right now. All right, I want to thank you guys for listening. This episode was recorded and produced by WTF Media Studios, located in Soho, New York. Disaster Dating 101 is available on all major streaming platforms. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Disaster Dating 101 Podcast, Twitter, Disaster Date 101. If you want to share one of your dating horror stories, leave us a message on anchor.fm/Natasha-Renee. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me, Natasha Renee, at Natasha Renee _the creator, and Robyn
at Robyn ROBYN _217.
And also, if you would like to purchase the Dating 101 cards, you can go to www.walkingandwholenessllc.com/dating101. You can also follow them at Dating 101 Card Game on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for listening, and good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Yes, they are on. Wow, Robyn wants to wear dresses and stuff, and I got on one pair.